Now, internationally, Senator Natasha, they drag Akpabio. She know they play the local part again. The matter now don't show for times. The newspaper times don't show for their wow. Senator Natasha, they hear, they look. Akpabio go say which kind of movie this. Maybe something where they talk here now for Nigeria, don't carry a go abroad. News outlets internationally don't they talk about her. Akpabio go say, wait if it is. See, you get some fights where you go see, you just close your eye. Don't like say you don't see her. Let it go. Because even you say, maybe you feel say you get power past the person, you just let it go. Because that kind of fight feel drag you down. See where in the drag at. As it be now, this woman now no day for waiting Senator one talk. Like say her aim not to bring out Akpabio outside. And this kind of thing they go do finish. Akpabio go embassy. All those attendants go they go open the passports. Akpabio. They go they look him, they no go talk. You look at Akpabio. Are you sure you're the one say yes? For their mind, this man don't come out. I hope so you no go carry this in way they do for Nigerian Senate, carry and come abroad. Once they see me, don't turn suspect. Now children don't go once. For school, Akpabio as you look. Now na papa. Some things you just let it go. Let it go. Even when you feel that, yes, I'm powerful. I can deal with this person. That person where you dey neglect, if you be say, now the person go drag you down finally. See this kind of one now. Even if say at the end of the day, you come be say Akpabio no do anything. But the name where they don't drag, you know what me say you dey for? Then they accuse you of internationally. Then they put mouth inside. The thing no sound well at all. Maybe we go dinner for inside the house with your wife and say, darling, are you seeing this? What have you done to this woman? I thought we are family friends. The woman go say, darling, I thought too. I thought the same thing. If you enter that kind of house, wait till you go to hear and thought. They will go be like people where they support Tottenham. Mamma mia.
I made an allegation of sexual harassment against the President of Nigerian Senate, Senator Akpabio, on the 5th day of March 2025, and the very next day I was suspended for 6 months. I believe my suspension was illegal, it's unjust, and it's just a way of silencing me.
The Nigerian Senate has stated that your suspension is not related to the allegations that you've made of sexual harassment or assault, but due to gross misconduct and unruly behaviour on your part, firmly refuting what they call the deliberate misinformation and false narrative being circulated regarding your 6-month suspension.
Anna, yes, they did mention that I was suspended on accounts of gross misconduct. But can they please provide exactly what the gross misconduct is that amounts for 6 months suspension the day after I submitted a petition? I was suspended because of that petition, not because of any gross misconduct. Let's talk about the gross misconduct that have happened in the Nigerian chambers. I was only told to move, and I refused to move my seat because I deserve to be notified. I deserve to be given a chance to explain why I should retain my seat. But you see, I have seen in that chambers where men fight, where senators throw items at each other, curse each other, shout at each other, you know, but they were not suspended. Why? Because they are men? You know, there's this culture of silence, harassment, and fear, intimidation that is intertwined with our culture, whereby a woman is supposed to sit pretty, to be seen only and not heard. I experienced sexual harassment over the past 1 year in the hands of the Senate President, and this sexual harassment, because I refused to yield to his demands, turned into malice, whereby my rights and privileges as a senator were being deprived. I found the courage to speak up. Yes, the breaking point was that moving me from that seat. Silently, I have had to endure a whole lot.
Are you able to tell us the allegations that you are making against him then?
Things got difficult for me. I was always complaining, I have this motion to pass, he's not letting me. And my husband will actually walk to him because they are friends. My wife has a very important bill. Her constituency needs this. Why don't you give her a chance to speak? And he'll tell me, okay, next time, next time. So he deliberately kept on denying me this. And each time I walk to him alone, he'll tell me, you know what? Right here, I'm the chief presiding officer of the National Assembly. So you have to please me, make me happy to get these privileges. And that happened several times. And because I refused, it developed into malice.
He obviously denies the allegations. You've been speaking out very publicly about this, which presumably alludes to the one-sided part of this debate. Was it wrong for you to broadcast this on television, do you think, to make the allegations that way?
Which other way was I going to make it that would have made my voice heard?
We start in Nigeria, where a harassment case involving one of the country's most influential men has sparked a growing row over sexism and women's rights. At the heart of the debate is Natasha Akpabio, a Nigerian senator who, in a TV interview in late February, accused the Senate President, Godswill Akpabio, of making repeated sexual advances towards her, claims that he has consistently denied. Then Akpabio was suspended following this moment that erupted in the Senate about a change in her seating arrangement. Senator Akpabio, one of only 4 women in the 109-seat chamber, was barred for 6 months, just days after making her complaint on TV. The Ethics Committee said she had violated procedural rules. Separately, her sexual harassment petition was rejected on procedural grounds. Protests have taken place in support of Akpabio and her treatment, with some women's rights groups organizing rallies under the banner, "We Stand with Senator Natasha," as seen here in the Nigerian capital, Abuja. Akpabio recently spoke to DW and provided some context to her allegations.
It all started about a year ago, where the Senate President made sexual advances at me. He also has publicly made sexual remarks, whereby last year on the floor of the Senate, he shut me down during a debate saying that I am not in a nightclub. And then because I refused to yield into his demands, malice developed. And from that malice, he denied me several rights. I was denied speaking on the floor. I could not raise my motions. I couldn't participate in debates. And I was removed for a number of international activities. So all of that went on, and I was still silent, thinking that in the process of holding everything up, he would discover his wrong, recognize me as his colleague, and let me work. But no, it got worse. On the 4th of February this year, he removed me as chairperson of the Committee on Local Content. And 2 weeks after, he, in a bid to take away my visual presence in the Senate, he moved my seat to a far corner. And that was where all broke loose. I lost it. I couldn't take any more of his attacks on me. And I spoke out on the floor. I refused to take to the seat that he had moved me to.
In response to those comments, the Senate President's office has told DW that Senator Akpabio disrupted Senate proceedings by refusing to take her reassigned seat, saying 10 others were similarly reassigned and complied. We asked the Senate President for an interview, but instead received a written statement. Here's part of it. Senator Natasha Akpabio Udwahan's narrative is a strategic deflection aimed at evading responsibility for her disorderly conduct, breach of legislative protocol, and contempt for Senate authority. It goes on to say sexual harassment is a serious issue that deserves due process and fair hearing. However, false or politically motivated allegations weaponized for personal gain are equally damaging. So, what are Nigerians making of this debate?